Song 37. Sahle and her understanding. Obeisance to all gurus. The Jetson Milarepa went for alms to Ngongang from the belly cave of Nyannon. He stayed at Lashin for half a day and then proceeded to Nagcha. On his way there he met a pretty young girl about 16 years of age, with dark eyebrows and gleaming hair, well dressed and well adorned. She was on her way home from fetching water. The Jetson said, "Dear lady, will you offer me a meal this evening?" The girl replied, "If we who live by the road gave food to every alms beggar, we would be preparing meals for them all the time." Saying this, she entered the house and left Milarepa outside. That night the girl had an auspicious dream. The next morning, recalling her dream, she thought generally sentient beings are veiled by blindness. They cannot recognize the Buddha nor the Jetson Milarepa, who is the Buddha too. Without his grace and blessing, I would not have had that dream last night. Can that yogi be Milarepa himself? I will go and find out. She then prepared some food and took it to the Jetson. "My dear yogi, who are you?" she asked. "I am an alms beggar who lives in your neighborhood. Are you not the Jetson Milarepa from the belly cave of Nyanyon?" "Yes, you may say so." Hearing this, a faith that was strong enough to dissolve her entire body at once arose within her, and her hair stood on end. She bowed down before Milarepa and cried, "Yes, yes, now I understand. This is why I had such a wonderful dream last night." The Jetson then asked her what was the dream. "I dreamed that a sun and a moon were in my house, but they did not shine. Then another sun and a moon appeared in the east, bright and radiant. They lit up the dark sun and moon in my house and made them shining bright. Then they, the dark ones, rose up and united with the sun and the moon in the east. The whole universe was thus illuminated. Will you please accept me as your servant so that I can develop myself in the Dharma?" The Jetson replied, "I believe you can." Then he blessed her with his samadhi power and returned to the belly cave. Soon after, the girl visited the Jetson, bringing a friend with her. She gave Milarepa a nugget of gold and sang, "Please listen to me, great Repa Yogi, the accomplished one. When I look at human lives, they remind me of dew on grass. Thinking thus, my heart is full of grief. When I see my friends and relatives, they are as merchants passing in the street. Thinking thus, my heart is grieved and sad. When I see goods hard to earn, they remind me of the honey of hard-working bees. Thinking thus, my heart is filled with grief. When I see my native land, it suggests a den of vice. Thinking thus, my heart is sad. By day I contemplate this truth, at night I think about it without sleep. Because of my good deeds and former lives, I was born this time a human being. My past life drives me from behind. Cooking and household duties pull me on. I draw closer to death every minute. This decaying body at any time may fall, my breath like morning fog. At any time may disappear, thinking thus I cannot sleep. Thinking thus my heart is sad. O my Father Jetson, for the sake of Dharma, I visit you. Pray, bless, protect, and pity me, and grant me the holy teachings." To test whether the girl could really devote herself to the Dharma, or whether she might still be interested in worldly things, the Jetson said, "I do not want your gold. It is very seldom that the rich can practice the Dharma, though they may have great ability in other things. Since you are still very young, I think it is better for you not to renounce the world completely. Now hearken to my song. I bow down to the gracious Marpa, the incarnation of the wheel-turning king. In the luxuriant garden of the joyous heaven, the flowers are sweet-smelling and exquisite, but common bees can never find them, though 100 flowers they may touch. On the sanguine continent south of Mount Sumeru, there is a bathing pool with water of 8 merits, which common birds can never find, though they may locate all other places. To the north of Bodh Gaya grow sandan, trees of healing, which cure all congestions, but not all sick men can find them, though they gather other herbs. On the border between Nepal and Tibet is found the refuge of the grieved. Here is the immanent Buddha, the god Wadi. Men without merit cannot see him. They may see other images of Buddha, yet no faith will grow in them. In the endless ocean of samsara wander lonely crowds, oft falling to the lesser realms. If once born as human beings, few can make provision for their souls. Vain and deluded, they will lose once more what they have gained. To be born a human being is rarer than a star that shines by day. If blessed enough to win a human body, many will waste it by running after pleasures. But few can tread the path of Dharma, though hundreds the gate may enter. Few can keep the disciplines. By the grace of my Father Guru, I have realized that all forms are golden. I have no need for your precious gold. This is my reply, my faithful patroness. A song with 5 parables and 6 meanings. The enthusiasm that you have now is transient and can be changed. A will that is not shaken is ever hard to come by. And so, dear lady, I suggest that you go home. Trust in the Dharma is the advice I give. Take care of your dear husband as though you served a god. Maintain your house and fields and give your children love. Worship gurus and Buddhas above. Protect and help the poor below. In between, look after your in-laws and keep on good terms with your neighbours. Now you have been blessed by this old man, who wishes you prosperity, long life and success. May you always have the boon of finding holy Dharma. She bowed down before the Jetson and said, I am not interested in worldly pleasures, but utterly disgusted with everything in samsara. Please allow me to give me my reasons. Thereupon she sang. I bow down to the gracious Jetson. Pray fulfill my wishes with your blessing. Pray judge my words and my sincerity. Pray, great Repa, listen to this girl's request. With ignorant and bewildered mind, I have thought and searched. In the depths of my heart, I have reflected on the transiency of life. I have seen death strike down both young and old, since first I saw the light of day. Life is precarious and fleeting, like dew upon the grass. Time flies unnoticed, and then life is over. I have never seen or heard of an immortal man. I am certain beyond doubt that I shall die one day. I have no freedom or choice of where to go when I am dead. I am sad and fearful when I think of the pains that I in lower realms might bear. This world is but a play, the endless toil of housework, the struggle for a living, leaving one's gracious parents, giving up one's life to one's betrothed. If not into the lower realms one falls, progress and liberation will be lost. Sometimes to myself I thought, how does it make sense freely to give yourself with your parents' goods to someone who for life enslaves you as a servant? At first the lover is an angel, next a demon, frightening and outrageous. In the end a fierce elephant who threatens to destroy you. Thinking thus I feel sad and weary.